What's up, party people, and welcome yet again to yet another episode of the DJ Marc Antomattei show. And this one, I got records for you. Now, the whole thing was I was supposed to be done with records. Hold on, first I got some CDs in here that I'd like to show you guys. This is what I bought today when I went record shopping. Michael Jackson, In the Closet. No, that's not In the Closet. Fuck. Remember the Time. This is Michael Jackson, Remember the Time. And this is a CD back from when singles used to be released. You guys remember back in the 90s when, a hot song would be out and they would have the single that you can buy and it would have like the instrumental on there, maybe an acapella, some remixes and stuff. So this is from that time. I really appreciate shit like that. I love finding singles with these rare mixes on here. So I picked up this Remember the Time. This has a 12-inch main mix and then it has 4 remixes on here. So I got that. And then also I got this Miles Davis, Gil Evans, the complete Columbia Studio recordings. I already have some of these, but it's in 320 kilobytes MP3 files. For my jazz music, I like to listen to this unadulterated in CD quality, 1,411 kilobytes per second. So it got Miles Ahead on here, Porgy and Bess, Sketches of Spain, Quiet Nights and More. Disc 5 is The Making of Miles Ahead, and disc 6 is Alternate and Rehearsal Takes. So I'm really looking forward to listening to this. So now I got some records inside of here. The deal was, back 2 years ago, I had this big event in 2012, and I'm like, I'm done with records. This is my last event that I'm ever going to spin records. And it was just strictly an all records party. And I thought that would be my send-off, my final farewell, not buying any more records after that. The reason being is because I move like once every 2 to 3 years, and it's difficult lugging this stuff around from place to place. It just makes a lot more for me to carry, or it's gonna make the moving costs more. And then also just to take it to the event itself, just lugging it around is heavy enough because I'm already carrying like cameras with me, microphones, just all kinds of stuff. So it's tedious carrying this stuff. Now when you could just carry your whole music library on like a external USB hard drive, or just carry what you want to play for that set on a USB thumb drive or whatnot. So man, I don't want to deal with records anymore, but man, I love the sound of them, and I love messing with vinyl. I like that smell. I like everything about it. So I was inside Disc Union. This is probably the greatest chain record store in the world that can be found throughout Tokyo, Japan, and probably all throughout Japan in general. So I went inside a Disc Union. I thought I would just have a look at the records, and then look, it just turned into me wanting, and then it turned into me buying. So after I sold more than half of my collection, here I am rebuying this stuff. But here we go. This is the Shirley Bassey collection. There's some songs on here that I would like to listen to. For example, This Is My Life and Sunny. So there's some tracks on here that I'm really wanting to listen to. So I picked that one up. That's 2 vinyl, 4 sides. This one, Michael Jackson featuring Eve, Butterflies, the remix. So I like the Michael Jackson Invincible album. I don't remember Eve being on the Butterflies track, so this remix, I'll be looking forward to listening to this. Butterflies, the remix, says Master Mix on side A. And then on side B, it's the Butterflies instrumental and acapella. This is one reason that you have to love vinyl, is because it's very difficult to get shit like this these days. Instrumentals, acapellas, and remixes of tracks that you really like. but you could find this on like CD singles, like I said, back from the 90s, and you could still find on vinyl. So that's one great thing about purchasing it. Shaft. Man, I had this before. I had this on CD. I bought it in the mid 90s, I think, mid to late 90s. Either I lost it or I let somebody borrow it and they fucking stole it from me or something. Anyways, I don't have that disc anymore. So I recopied it from my friend Dave. He had this on CD. So I burnt a wave copy of that to have it in lossless. But still, even though I already had it on CD, man, you know, once I seen it on vinyl, I was like, I have to have it on that too. Because this soundtrack slash score, this is probably the greatest soundtrack, in my personal opinion, to me, that I've ever heard before. I really enjoy this composition by Isaac Hayes and performed by Isaac Hayes in the Bar-Kays. So anyways, there's a track on here, Cafe Reggio's. This is the greatest lounge slash lounge jazz track that I've ever heard before. The guitars on here is just completely nuts. It's wild, man. The drums get very good at the end too. For that track alone, this is worth buying. But everything is good on here. How can you pass this up? I don't think this is an original pressing, because this case looks too high quality to be something from 1971. So this looks like a repressing, but it doesn't matter though. Man, it's vinyl. I had to pick it up, so I like to listen to it again. That warm, rich feeling that you get from listening to vinyl. I would like to listen to Shaft like that. Everything is great about this. The pops, just the dust specks that picks up from the needle. Everything is good about it. It's a nice warm feeling, man. Anyways, that's what I bought today. Wasn't supposed to be buying more. Sold off half of my collection. You know, you take a look, end up buying more. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Anyways, I thank you for watching this episode of the DJ Marc Antomattei Show. Stay tuned next time. Peace.